Man, I feel like something's wrong with me, but I don't like.
You're right.
I don't like Apple.
Oh,
I really don't like Apple, and I tried. I tried.
I can't stand that computer. It's the worst.
I took the Mac home the other day because Brian was like, "Do some editing on the Mac."
Right.
Nothing was intuitive about it to me.
Sure.
I told Mark. I said, not Mark. I told Brian. I said, "You handing that Mac to me when I've done everything on a PC is like me being able to play the guitar, and then you handing the banjo to me and say, just do it on this."
Right.
And then you try. You're like nothing's in the same place. It's not even tuned the same.
Right.
So like even importing files, and I know people would watch this and be like, "Oh, it's so easy," but I think there's very few people that go from Mac to PC and can do it well.
I can't.
No.
Well, I mean, everything I've done has been in Microsoft, right? I mean, you got Word, you've got Excel. I mean, that's where I live. I think at this point, like it's like the brain, the Neuralink thing almost between me and Excel. It's like there's a freaking, I can't think unless I have a damn spreadsheet right in front of me.
Yeah.
But there isn't. I know that there's that on an Apple, but I don't know how the hell to do it.
Yeah, your wife asks you a question. You're like, "You want me to concatenate?" Like equals C6 divided by B7.
Exactly. Yeah, man, I've learned some fancy stuff too. There's this one, I don't even know exactly what it is, but there's these like double or triple lookups that it's so complex when you can't just press enter. You have to hold down, I think it's Shift and Alt and then press enter because it's looking up something and it's using the result of that to look something up, and then it's using the result of that to do something.
I think you spend your whole life on a program like that, or pretty much any program, whether it's Adobe or your stock charting software, and they have all the shortcut keys and all the stuff it does. It's amazing, the learning curve on those things.
I know.
But I looked that Apple thing up because I was curious. I was like, is it just me? Because I know Apple created the first computers, the first desktop computers.
Right.
They created them, so it's not like, okay, all these PCs were around and then Apple came on the scene and disrupted everything and tried to, because it's deliberately opposite of a PC.
Okay.
So even to where you go to exit out, it's going to be on the opposite side of the screen. On my phone, Taylor has the iPhone. If I can swipe something, she's going to have to click an X.
So it's deliberate. It's almost exactly opposite.
It's almost exactly the opposite. So I started looking at it. Everything changed because Bill Gates became Bill Gates because he wanted to make an operating system that integrated with everything else. So Cisco, IBM, that was the whole point. One-stop shop, it integrates with everything else, and he wanted that continuity. Apple didn't do that. Apple said, we're going to be Apple, right? But I looked it up. I think 90% of computer users use Microsoft as an operating system.
Yeah.
And only 10% use Apple. So I was like, okay. I was thinking it might be more like 50-50.
Sure.
That's the reason.
That makes sense.
And then I think a lot of people I worked with over the years have always used, a PC.
Right.
And when we started trading stocks, when I started trading stocks like 2009, there was no application for Mac.
Right.
None of the charting systems would run on a Mac.
Right.
So if you're going to buy a PC or soup up your PC or get a multiple monitor PC.
Well, and did they even I've never even seen like a multi-monitor Mac.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure. I'm certain.
Expensive.
I'm certain you can do it now. LG has a new 49-inch monitor. That's only like this big. It's 5K, and it bends like this around. It wraps around you, and so traders are buying two because one stacks on the other, and so you have 50 inches of real estate, like a 50-inch monitor that's curved.
As if you're in the chart.
Yeah, it's curved around you. So
feel the chart.
There's no seams, and it's 5K. There's no seams.
Crap.
Yeah, it's wrapped around your body. So you're
how much are they? Why don't you do it? Do it for Christmas so I can play with it.
Yeah. We'll put it on self-insured reporting.
Yeah, exactly. We'll do that.